Okay, so we got the full UFC Fight Night Seattle card announced that's going to take place in sometime in February. And yeah, it's a hype card, bunch of big names. I'm just sat here wondering why, with most of these matchups though, why does Curtis have to fight this bum who's on steroids in his debut? Why is Cejudo fighting Song Yadong? I mean, that's not as bad, but why are Dom and Cejudo not fighting? What? Like, these are such easy matchups that it's just common sense to make. And this is Dominic Cruz's last fight. He stated that. And he's fighting Rob Font? Like, what are we doing, man? Why are we making Cruz do this? Why? But hey, it's still a hyped up card. A bunch of big names. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. We'll be watching. So I'm not complaining, but I'm kind of complaining. Like, I just want to see, like, super fights. I mean, that's not really a super fight, but why not Dominic versus Aljo? Why or Aldo? Why not? That's a super fight of two champs we never got to see fight each other. That would be perfect for maybe both of their last fights. I don't know what Aldo wants to do now that he's on a losing direction in his career. You know, getting fed these young contenders. Why does Aldo have to do that? Why does Cruz have to fight Rob Font? I get it. People don't take fights. They say no. But bro, Rob fucking Font? Like, I know he's on a bit of a comeback in his career, but is he really going to go on a title run? Do we really want to use Dominic Cruz as a step up for him? But yeah, let's give some early thoughts, some early predictions on these fights. We got a few of them. We even got Gene Silva fighting on this card. Anthony Hernandez, Edson Barboza. Yeah, it's going to be hype. Really good fight night, really stacked. Just a bit of the matchups. A few of the matchups are they're not it. But yeah, let's start with Song Yadong taking on Henry Cejudo, man. He's back. Okay. I don't really know what Henry wants to do with his career. I don't know if he genuinely believes he's going to get a title shot again. Like, do you think you're going to get it off of Song Yadong, bro? Like, that's not going to happen. Okay. They're going to make you work. They're going to make you go on a win streak for it. He's talking on the Pound for Pound podcast like he's going to go back down to flyweight and get the belt. Dude, none of this is happening. Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman, respect to both of them, but they just both need to retire. Okay, they're both being inactive, getting injured. Like, they have nothing but hard and young matchups in front of them. It's just not a good look. It's not going to go good for either of them, especially staying inactive like they have been. But I do think this fight is winnable for Henry. I just don't think he's going to win. Like, his takedowns are terrible. He doesn't have good takedowns. The only way he gets people down is by tripping them, getting the clinch, getting a good trip, like he used to do to Demetrius. Other than that, his takedowns suck. His wrestling has not been as good as he talks it up to be in MMA. You know, like, it just doesn't, his type of wrestling doesn't translate over to MMA as well as he's talked it up as. You know, like, Song Yadong is a good grappler. I just don't see Henry dominating him and controlling him for 3 rounds. And Henry, dude, his striking has got worse. He's slow as he's ever going to be. He thinks he's better than he is with that stupid karate style. He just needs to stop with that and just go to the basics. And Henry's boxing defense is actually pretty good. He usually doesn't get lit up on the feet by anybody, but Song Yadong is very powerful. I feel like there's a good chance he can knock Henry Cejudo out. You know, I don't think he will because Henry's chin is really good. His defense is really good. He's strong and stocky. Keeps his chin tucked. But, bro, Song Yadong is plotty. He usually doesn't land the shots he needs to land, but I just think he's going to be able to beat Henry Cejudo, man. He just is. You know, he's out of his prime. Song Yadong is in his prime. He's faster. He's more powerful. He's bigger. Okay, he's coming off of a decent performance against Peter Yan. You know, it's Peter Yan. There's no shame in losing that. He won the first round. He's a good boxer, really powerful, good defensive grappling. I think he gets this one done, honestly. At first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a good fight. That's a good, close fight. But now, I'm suspecting a slight masterclass by Song Yadong, okay? I think he's going to piece Henry up on the feet. He's going to make the takedown defense look easy. You know, maybe Henry is going to come back better. Maybe his injury really was plaguing him in his Merab fight, but I don't know. I just think Henry is not... Dude, I don't have a good feeling about him or Kamaru Usman coming back and winning. He's on a 2-fight losing streak now, Henry. It's just not looking good. Moving on to the co-main event, I think. Dominic Cruz taking on Rob Font. Okay, I get it. Rob Font is on a bit of a tear, man, in the division, man. But dude, why are we using Dominic Cruz as a ladder for him? Fuck that, man. This is bullshit, okay? Rob Font is pretty fun to watch, pretty strong, high output boxer, but yeah, I just don't really see a world where he gets to the title picture and becomes a like big star contender. I don't know why they're doing this. This is such a bad matchup. Dominic Cruz off a 3-year layoff, I think. This is gonna be his last fight. It's just for fun. He has a pinky toe in the door in fighting. He's coming off of a huge KO loss. It's just not gonna be good, man. I think he's probably gonna get KO'd just from this, like, just from being inactive. He's gonna. I get it. Ring rust isn't a real thing to him, but it's kind of a real thing when you haven't fought in 3 years and you're coming off of a bad KO. Okay, it's kind of a real thing. That's a real thing. Like, come on, bro. Like maybe his head movement's gonna save him. Maybe he's gonna come in masterclass on Rob Font because he can win this fight. He can go 3 rounds. I think it's gonna be 3 rounds. Maybe it's gonna be a 5-round co-main event. I don't know, but if it is, his cardio is not gonna be as good. You know, he's very inactive. Hasn't been training. He's been I don't know what he's been doing. Maybe he has been training, but he commentates a lot. He puts a lot of time into that. I feel like he's more focused on that than he is fighting. I see Song Yadong winning a pretty clear dominant decision, and Henry will cry that he won from some control time in some rounds because these wrestlers think control time for 2 minutes wins the fight and wins the rounds over some damage. It doesn't, okay? It never will, and it never should. And yeah, Rob Font's probably going to TKO Dominic Cruz after catching him when he's doing his crazy head movement that does not work anymore. Bro, that shit is expired. No, stop, dude. You're going to get caught with a head kick again or a bad uppercut, okay? Unfortunately. And then we have Brendan Allen taking on Anthony Hernandez. Probably my most highly anticipated fight on the card. I want to see this fight more than those two, honestly. I want to see Anthony Hernandez fight. He's going on his title run. He's going to get to the title. His cardio is just too good for these guys. His grappling's too high level. Not that he's going to outclass all these guys in the grappling. Like, I think the grappling exchanges are going to be somewhat close at the start with Brendan Allen. You know, Brendan Allen's huge for the division. He's strong. He's somewhat athletic, but I don't think it's going to matter in the later rounds. You know, I think at the end of the second round, Anthony Hernandez is going to start to put on that crazy pace like he does, and he's going to drown him. He's going to drown him like he did Krylov, or not Krylov, fucking, what's his name? Fighting Chris Curtis. Kopylov. All right, my boy Kopylov. I know Kopylov. I just forgot his name. But yeah, I think it's going to look similar to that performance. A close first round on the feet where Anthony Hernandez takes some damage. But Brendan Allen sucks on the feet, bro. He looked so bad in that Nasruddin fight, just grabbing at the leg, got outstruck most of the fight. He just doesn't have power. He doesn't have real danger on the feet. And yeah, I think Anthony Hernandez is going to make this shit look easy, okay? Easy as fuck, my boy. He's going for that title. He's going to win this and move on. You know, Brendan Allen, I like the guy. You know, he's cool. I feel like he gets a bit of over hate, but his beef with Dreykus is cringe as fuck, and I understand why y'all hate him, okay? It's completely justified. The next fight I want to talk about that is hyped up as well, okay? Steve Garcia taking on Edson Barboza. Another young contender taking on a crafty vet, all right? This is going to be sad, man. We're going to have to see all these vets lose, okay? No, I don't know, okay? Steve Garcia is really good, but I feel like he's chinny. I feel like his defense is fucking terrible. He has low fight IQ, and I don't really think he's ever going to get to the title shot. But his boxing and his power and his danger on the feet, his kicks, everything, his grappling's good too. He's so dangerous. He's so good offense-wise, but defense-wise, I think will bite him in the ass in this fight. Okay, I'm scared he's going to get head kick KO'd or just KO'd on the feet with a hand by Edson because Edson still is dangerous. He may have not looked the best in his last few fights, but I still think he's dangerous. I still think he has the capability of winning a fight, you know, KOing people. He does. You know, I think he just got grapple fucked by Lerone Murphy a bit in that last fight, and it was bad. It was a bad look, and it was also a 5-rounder, and his cardio is not the best as an old man anymore. So I think in a 3-rounder where Steve Garcia doesn't have the best cardio either, I think this is a winnable fight for Barboza, but I definitely am going to pick Steve Garcia. I think he'll probably hurt him on the feet and maybe TKO him. You know, Edson's chin is good, but he's being finished a lot before, you know, and I think Steve Garcia's grappling is good enough to take him down as well. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to watch Edson Barboza lose again. It hurts. It sucks. But what are you gonna do? They make these matchups instead of making the vets fight each other. They make them fight the young upcoming contenders, which it makes sense. Okay, they're trying to build these guys up, use the old guys as layups. It makes sense. Okay, the last fight I want to talk about is Gene Silva taking on Maslik something. All right, Gene Silva is probably gonna win this. This guy's decent. He's had a few good fights against people like Bruno Silva in the UFC so far, but I don't know, man. I just think Gene Silva is really good. I think he's the real deal. He has an iron chin. He's so dangerous everywhere. Kicks, boxing, yeah, just everything, okay? His jiu-jitsu is obviously good as well, being Brazilian. He's Brazilian, I think. Yeah, he's got that Brazil jiu-jitsu base, okay? This other guy's probably a better wrestler, but he's looked pretty good in his last few fights. But I just think Gene Silva, the aura, the fucking danger on the feet, the takedown defense that has shown to be good enough, I think it will prove to be enough in this fight. I think it will carry him. And yeah, I think he'll probably TKO Maslik in the second or third round. I think he's just better everywhere. His boxing's so dangerous. I do think he's a bit plotty. I feel like he should stop fooling around, stop smiling, stop laughing in there, and just get the job done as soon as possible. But, because, that's not even patience. I feel like Gene Silva's not even patient. I feel like he just is having so much fun in there, smiling, high-fiving the guy when they're doing well. It's like, bro, you're fighting, kill or be killed, bro. Gene Silva's too happy and too wholesome. I love Gene Silva. I hope he wins, and he probably will. It doesn't really matter who you match Gene Silva up with. He has work to do. He has a few wins to get before he gets, top 5, top 10. So, maybe not a few. After this, he might be, ranked number 15. Probably not. No, I don't think so. No, definitely not. But after this, he should probably get, a number 15, number 14 guy, maybe. Maybe that's a bit fast. But, dude, if he's ready, he's ready. And he looks ready to me. So, fuck it. But yeah, those were some fights I wanted to talk about on the Seattle card, the stacked ass card, the fight night. That's going to be cool. I'm going to be there. I just wish that we got Cejudo versus Dom, or Cejudo versus Aljo, or Cejudo or Dom versus Aldo. Dude, I don't understand why for Dominic Cruz's last fight are they doing this to him. Oh well, the UFC does not listen to us. They don't care. The matchmaking sucks, and that's probably the title or thumbnail of this video. Okay, matchmaking sucks. You need to do better. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.